Swift Trees by CAD Swift is a clever way of placing realistic looking trees into your ArchiCAD model. It's basically an image on a flat vertical plane. In this first edition of the object, we have 21 different tree images embedded, and we also have an option for a custom, which we'll detail later. In this object you can control all alpha channels. You can control the red, green and blue, ambient, specular, diffuse, shining, transparency and transparency attenuation. As I said before, it's just a simple flat plane, so you also have the option, if I just have a look at the 3D, you can't see the image in the preview. You also have the option to nominate multiple planes, so you can have 2, 3 or 4 planes. In the representation, you can control the 2D appearance. You have typical tree symbols, and you can control pens and fills. There is also an annotation element that can source tree codes. The tree codes are set in the listing and tree codes section, or the ID. As is typical with CAD Swift parts, you can control the annotation by using the text on and off, or using a visibility scale range. Obviously you can also control font, size, angle and positioning of the text. Positioning can also be controlled in 2D view using a movable hotspot. Lastly, in the listing you have your tree codes, which you can assign to each individual tree type, and you also have the standard listing parameters. The custom option in configuration allows you to nominate one of your own image files. You simply need to load the image file in with your loaded libraries, and then you type in the full file name including the extension. Let's have a look at one I've placed recently. What I've done here, obviously you can use trees, but you can also use this part for surrounding scenery. So basically I've simply stretched the image across the boundary and placed an image. You could also use this tool for things such as rocks or anything that you want to apply. As you can see, the part has very little impact on the regeneration of 3D views.